low post, mid post, high post, post game sports.
What up, what up, what up, what up to YouTube? It's your man Postgame of Postgame Sports live this evening, and I got my man Mossberg of Level Up Sports 10. How you doing this evening, my man?
Man, I'm feeling good, feeling great, thankful, and I'm blessed, man. I'm just, man, so great, and just want to send a quick shout out, man, if you don't mind. Lil Sis turning 40 years old today, man. Sending a shout out to my little sister Whitney, man. If you come across her, you see her, just wish her a happy birthday, man. Just grateful to say little sister, 40 years old, and just appreciative of what you've done and the ways you've affected my life, whether you know it or not, being the little sister. And just keep doing what you're doing. I see the growth. I love it. But we got a great show. We here for post game hosting. And I'm gonna let you do what you do, man. It's just great to see you as well this evening. And I appreciate you having me on another episode and bringing the people this great episode on Thursdays as you do.
Hey man, shout out to Lil Sis, man, and shout out to Level Up Sports 10 for joining y'all.
Appreciate it, man.
You did. Man, it's a lot of things going on in the sports world, and we gotta let the people know whether we respect it or we gonna check it. You see Debo on the thumbnail, rest in heaven.
Yes, sir.
The big Debo, but we gonna find out whether we respect or check these topics, man. Shout out to the whole crew. Like and subscribe, man, and let's get ready to play. Respect it or check it.
Yes, sir.
So the first question is: the Los Angeles Lakers are toast and will go fishing in the first round of the NBA playoffs. Respect it or check it.
Ooh, this is respectfully respecting that you are a LA Lakers fan. And I think this is something that you've been waiting for with the injuries that happened, knowing how the season has been. And before the injuries happened, I felt the Lakers would definitely be in contention for the Western Conference because when you have LeBron, you have Luka, and then you have AR doing the things he's doing with the supporting cast, I was going to say this Laker team would be unbombable. And people know what that means, diabolical, when it comes to the playoffs and seeing LeBron on the road in them crazy jerseys. So it's just, for me, the reason I'm going to say check it. I'm not respecting this. I'm not counting the Lakers out because you got Bron in the playoffs in an away jersey. That could be something special. We know how his performances could be when it comes to the playoffs. We know his statistics when it comes to the playoffs. We know he can lead a team in the playoffs. So I'm going to have to check this when it comes to the Lakers being toast in the first round. I say they could get above that first round because we just don't know what we can see out of the king and some arguably the GOAT they call himself, LeBron James.
Okay. Let's welcome up One Take Zay to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, One Take Zay. How you, my bad, bro. How you feeling?
What's up with the dogs, man? Y'all good?
Yes, sir.
How y'all
Yes,
feeling
sir.
today, man? It's good to see y'all. You know what I mean?
Likewise. How you feeling, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Hey, I'm sorry though. Do or die. LeBron will fly. Houston in 5. We gonna respect this all the way. Hey, we beat down like a old dog right now, man. I can't expect 41-year-old LeBron to do nothing with that young Houston team with a perennial all-star, all-time great Kevin Durant that's still in his bag. We ain't got enough. We're gonna be without Luka and AR. And I don't know what's going on with Marcus Smart either. Our top 3 out of 4 ball handlers is gonna be gone.
Yeah, man. So Zay, one take Zay is respecting this. Mossberg is checking it. I mean, the 4-5 matchup is pretty much going to be Houston and LA. I mean, one take said it all. I don't think the Lakers with just LeBron, have enough to get past the first round. I think they're going fishing. So I'm respecting this, man. I hope you right, Mossberg, and I hope the Lakers get out the first round just in time enough for Luka and Reeves to possibly get back into action. But man, I don't have any faith right now. Y'all got any more thoughts before we move on?
Yeah, and just to clarify it, because I know a lot of people hear me talk about the Rockets being a scary team to face. I still say that. But when you talk about LeBron James, the GOAT, arguably today, playoff, like I said, on the road, Bron, if we could go in the bag, Bron, and see that playoff Bron that we seen in 14, that type of Bron, I'm telling y'all, it could get dangerous in this first round. So I know I picked Houston as scary Zay. Y'all know I be saying some wild stuff, but let me tell you this. They don't call him king for no reason. So I'm gonna say I'm still gonna check it. And I know y'all both LA fans, and I'm respectively saying this. I'm not gonna respect it because these all I feel are facts to the possibilities that could happen. This could be a 7-game series with LeBron averaging up. Just don't know. It could propel the Lakers to a win.
Hey, level up. I feel you, dog. I feel you. I ain't worried about LeBron. I'm worried about everybody else, bruh. I ain't worried about LeBron at all, bruh.
No doubt about that. Shout out to Zonix Productions. He said, no, the Lakers out of there. Appreciate you tuning in, my man.
Yes, sir.
Let's move on to the next one, man. And I'm gonna start with Zay on this one. The wrong one. Luka Doncic will be granted an extraordinary challenge to the 65-game rule. Respect it or check it.
Nah, I'm gonna check that, man. I don't think nobody is above the letter of the law. So I don't think nobody should be granted anything. You know what I'm saying? The rules is the rules, 65 games, or you don't be able to make those all NBA teams, or you don't be considered for the awards like the MVP and all that. I'm curious, what is Cade sitting at? Because Cade just came back, and I was thinking like they should have just shuffled him in a couple games just so he could hit his 65. But I don't know if he about to hit his 65 or not.
Man, for me, it's actually a good one. I think I'm wondering if they're gonna hold their words, eh? That's my thing. That's my biggest thing. When I seen this, I was going back and forth. I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna check it as well. I want to see what they're gonna do. If they hold their word, that's just my only thing in this whole situation. And it is good seeing Cade coming back, man. You know I got something to say about that. But definitely I'm gonna go with the check it on this one.
I'm checking it. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm respecting this. And you know why I'm respecting this is because that rule was put in place for people load managing, right? Right, fellas?
Yep.
Taking time off, don't have a serious injury, just load managing. Guys like Cade, guys like Luka, that was serious business. Like that. I mean, this is a difficult one because I'm like y'all. I respect the rule. The rule is the rule. That's the law of the land. That's how we got to rock. But man, those were some devastating things that happened to those two players. When we speaking about Luka Doncic, man, he was leading the league in scoring. He's been playing. He only missed 2 days or 2 games this season, right?
Yeah.
So I'm respecting this one, fellas. Any closing thoughts?
Nah, that's a good point you just made. You know what I mean? Hey, so what do they got to do? They got to go to litigation about it?
I think from what I read is that his lawyer is involved in this. So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe arbitration, something like that.
That's crazy. Like I didn't. It's good you mentioned that and brought that up because just thinking of how they classify those things with the rule. So I think you got to respect it. He is uh, knowing that rule and knowing what the because I didn't think about that really. The load management, I didn't really think about it like that. I'm thinking on the aspect of a player just being out, and not getting in that MVP race for playing that amount of games. I wasn't mentally like, okay, throwing a load management in there completely. I had to go with the respect it. I mean, he's played as we already know. Luka's been Luka. Luka and LeBron, LeBron and Luka. I was waiting for that in the playoffs. I'm going to respect it. I hope he can be in the candidacy as well as Cade Cunningham. I think when you have that voting respectively with Shaw, with Wemby, and with the Joker, I think that's your five for the MVP race this year. Anthony Edwards in there as well. You can make it six. You need to up that race, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Anything else you want to take?
Nah.
All right, my man. Let's move on. I'm gonna start with you on this one, Moss. With Cade Cunningham back, the Detroit Pistons will be in the Eastern Conference Championship. Respect it or check it.
I don't know if anybody been watching for the whole last year. I'm Cade Cunningham. If he wasn't hurt, he'd be my MVP front runner. Him and I think then Luka. I mean, I might be just a tad biased with Ant. I just like that matchup with him and Luka. I think it would have come down to head-to-head matchup, but respect it. Cade Cunningham can take this Detroit Pistons team to the finals and win it. You give them an added piece, another veteran, after we see the possibilities of getting to that Eastern Conference feels like possibly getting to that, finals, NBA, finals this season, they may sniff it and make that transaction to get it. So I'm respecting this all day. I love me some Cade Cunningham, man. You talking about a product. I love his whole story, man. And it's just good to see him back on the court doing his due diligence and what he loved to do.
One take with Cade Cunningham back, the Detroit Pistons will be in the Eastern Conference Championship. Respect it or check it.
Yeah, I gotta respect it, man. And I think it was a blessing and a curse in disguise for the Detroit Pistons, because over the last few weeks they done found a couple things out. They got a guard over there. I can't think of his name. It might be Jenkins or something. I can't think of his name. He dropped 30 against us though, and he been on a little heater. So now you done found another guy that could put the ball in the rim. The Thompson twin, he been stepping up his scoring. Doran, all these dudes, they've been stepping up, man. And on the offensive end, and at one point, we really felt like if you stop Cade before he got hurt, you stop Cade, you could get a win. But him being out, then put these dudes, I think their offensive confidence then rose. So now you add Cade back to that, he don't got to carry the load every night for you to feel like they gonna get a win, for them to get a win. So I'm respecting this all the way, man. I think that's the best, second best defensive team in the East on that side, and then they got Cade Cunningham, who I think is probably the best lead guard on the East Coast right now. So I'm respecting it all the way.
Sure.
I'll rock with it. I'm respecting this. I love the way this team is built. I like what Cade Cunningham brings to the table. I know it's his first game back. I expect him to get back to where he was before he left with the injury or whatnot. So I'm respecting this. I got all the faith in the world in Cade Cunningham. Listen, I like how Orlando has been playing as of late.
Yeah.
I liked Toronto more earlier in the season. I'm not too sure about them. Cleveland is the dark horse. I know they're in fourth right now, but I still consider them a dark horse. That's just me personally. But I'm respecting this. I'm gonna start with one take on this. The Texans pick up fifth-year options on C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson. Respect it or check it. Go ahead, Moss.
I'm going with respecting this, man. I say respect it. If we was blind, we didn't see it. But I wasn't blind. I seen what Houston did on that back nine, like Tiger did, and hopefully everything gets better when I mention that name, Tiger Woods. Just in general, knowing what he's done to the game of golf in general in the sports world itself. Not to get off subject, but I'm respecting it when you get offense and you get defense. You know, I think, and this is Will Anderson out of Alabama, correct? And when I say offense, defense, think of the things that made that engine go for Houston. That if you go watch our show, we was trying to figure out what was going on with C.J. Stroud on the offensive side, as well as Houston on the defensive side. And then 3 weeks later, guess what? The Houston Texans are up on a 5-6 game win streak. They're knocking on the door in the playoffs, and we've seen what they did. I think they do this to get that veteran core leadership on both sides of the ball in the locker room. Moving forward, you see in two captains for an organization that could possibly be in the AFC Championship. We just don't know. The AFC has been the AFC East, which is anonymous these last few years, man. We don't know what we're going to see when it comes to that Super Bowl, that AFC Championship, who's going to be on the win streak, the back nine of the last month and a half, 2 months, rolling in to get playoff ready and ready to make a run. So that's how I see it when it comes to that. Appreciate the comment as well, Dawson. Thank you for subscribing. Get you out of here. Thank you. But yeah, I'm straight respecting this with the Texans.
Want to take you there? Maybe he'll come back. Oh, there he is. There he is. One take. What up? Oh, maybe he stepped away. I'm respecting this, bro. I think C.J. Stroud has the goods. I really do believe that. I think the problem has been his offensive line. If they can get that offensive line in shape and protect the man, I think he was getting sacked like 3 times per game.
Yeah.
That's not going to get it done. Another thing that has to happen is those wide receivers got to be healthy, man. Those wide receivers in Houston can be healthy. I think the sky is the limit for this team. Right now, today, if you ask me who had the best defense in the NFL, I'm going with the Texans, Moss.
Yeah.
I just am. I love what they did. I love that they picked up the options for Will Anderson and C.J. Stroud. I'm going to say this again. C.J. Stroud has the goods. They have to protect that young man. I'm respecting this. Anything else on this, my man?
Speaking on them goods, man, them goods is baked goods. They could be canned goods because we know canned goods last for a long time. And when it comes to them baked goods, they want them ASAP post game. So when you say C.J. Stroud is good, I agree with you on that. I think he's a great quarterback. I just think they could definitely go to another level. Like you said, it's a lot of offensive linemen in the draft, a lot in the free agency. So I think we just getting started on what's to be seen when it comes here in a few weeks with this draft and other things in the offseason with the NFL as well.
And think about this too, Moss. That AFC South is looking a little crazy, bro. Because you got to think, you got the Houston Texans, you got Jacksonville, you got Indy with a healthy Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that AFC South this upcoming season can be crazy.
And this is the healthiest he's been his whole career, which is crazy to say. He's in what, like year 7 or 8, I believe. Like, when you think about these things, and I don't know, like it make me sometimes think about I didn't play no organized basketball post until my 10th grade year in high school when it counted for where I mean, people really going out there and they really cheering for you. It's on a scoreboard. This is something that's in the new. You see what I'm saying? So, seventh year, eighth year, healthy Daniel Jones, and we seen what he started off MVP. Like, no one can say they wasn't putting him in the top for the MVP. I know what I was calling him Daniel Dimebag Jones. And I'm going to still say that because he's going to be healthy this season. We don't know what can happen when it comes to healthy Daniel Jones over in New England, in Indianapolis. And like you said, that AFC South with Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence, and then you have these Houston, Texas, CJ Stroud. So that AFC South, man, is definitely going to be crazy. So I'm respecting this all day, of course, with the CJ Stroud. And I can't wait to see a healthy Daniel Jones. Daniel Dimebag Jones. And no disrespect, people don't understand where, Mossberg come with the sports. I'm just different. I'm wild, and I love some of the things I put together for people when it comes to the names. Because if I haven't heard it, guess what? You're gonna hear it here first with Moss, with Post, with WTP Sports Dudes. We here for it all, baby.
Yes, sir. My bad. I don't know. I maybe hit a button or something.
Oh, we
But you
good.
you saying the Colts are gonna win the AFC South? Is that
Nah,
what
I
I heard
said
you say?
this. Nah, I said it's gonna be good. The AFC, it's gonna be good to see the AFC South this year because seeing the Trevor Lawrence, seeing the Daniel Jones healthy, CJ Stroud with Houston, just seeing that conference. What I know I'm forgetting about a team as well, but just this conference in a whole, it'll be good to see their quarterbacks all coming into the season. I'm gonna say as healthy as they've been in their career. For me, you know, coming in off of a heck of a season in all three of these quarterbacks we mentioned so far.
Yes, sir. So you giving Houston? Are you saying the Texans are the favorite going into the season? Would you say the Texans are the favorite?
Right here, check it or respect it. I'm gonna give the Houston Texans, CJ Stroud, if you hear me, Will Anderson, if you hear me. I'm not coming with no option. Favorites to win the AFC South this year. I'm gonna say they gonna be the favorites. I'm gonna pick them to be the favorites, but I think your coach could start off hot, very hot, and I think with a couple losses early to where that ending could be much better. So definitely put that down, and I'm gonna mark it. I'm gonna have the Houston Texans coming in off the season that they had. What's that other team that I'm missing? Post that I'm not mentioning in that AFC South.
The Titans.
I like what they built. That's gonna be my dark horse. Don't be surprised at what they do because word on the street, the possibility of getting Jeremiah Love, man, is very possible. I think if Tennessee get Love, the war we spoke on yesterday, that's in Tennessee today, and we talking Cam and Love, it ain't no come Love, Cam Love. That'll be a special attraction and a special combination for years to come.
No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Let's move on, my man. If the Rams draft Makai Lemon, they should be Super Bowl favorites this coming season. Respect it or check it.
Ooh, all pro Stafford. I'm gonna talk about it, man. All pro Staffy. Damn, that mean Adams, Lemon. I I'm gonna respect it. I think they was right there. I think injuries really hurt them. And I love my guy Fisk. They got a couple of my Seminoles on that squad, man. Fisk, one of them, that's made a heck of a name for himself since being in the NFL, coming from Florida State. So I'm going with the Rams to be a Super Bowl favorite because it's a lot that the Eagles really have to figure out when it comes to, you know, 5 years, like I mentioned, 5 years of coordinator. So I'm gonna respect it.
Yeah, Moss, I gotta respect it as well, man. Shout out to We Like That 10, man. We appreciate you in the chat. Uh, I'm respecting this. The Rams were mighty close this past season, bruh. They were mighty close this
Yeah.
past season. And you add a guy like Makai Lemon to add with Puka Nakua and Devontae Adams. Matthew Stafford can still sling the ball around. They got a hell of a running game with Kyron Williams. So if they were to draft Makai Lemon, I would have them as my Super Bowl favorites for sure.
Man, so when it comes to thinking about we speaking on this Rams team and the leader, like you mentioned, Stafford, and then you mentioned, Kyron Williams. I think he's an underrated running back who gets overlooked by, just many in general. I know he may have a big fan base, but I think he gets overlooked. But when you as well talk about his quarterback, his signal caller, his leader, all pro, man, put that man up there in the books. I think he deserves his flowers, man, before he even retired, man. Stafford deserves to be up there with the best of them when you speak of names of quarterbacks, whether he gets one or not. And I think this is his year to get there and do what he do, because we respect this wholeheartedly and fully. So I think he's going to go out there as Parlay Post and spin that thing and try to get this organization another bowl for sure.
No doubt about that. Shout out to Parlay Poe. Do you how many years do you think Matthew Stafford has left at this elite level?
Man, if you really think about this, that's a great question. Can I double back and piggyback off of what you asking me, not the actual question with a question? We got to turn that into a respect it or check it post. Can we check it or respect it with Matthew Stafford having 2 or more years in the NFL that he could really go? Because he looked real good, if you ask me. I'm going to respect it and say, yeah, Matthew Stafford could go for a couple more years. I love that question. I think he can go for a few more years, Post.
I'm respecting it as well, man. I have no reason, other than him wanting to, just not wanting to play football anymore.
Yeah.
He's surrounded by great players. He's surrounded by a great offensive mind, Sean McVay. I'm respecting that. I think he can go 2 or 3 more years.
And you got to think, when you go look at his stat book, you go look at the players he's played with throughout his career. If you really think about that on the football side, people ask a question of, is it Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff, who's that quarterback? For me, I chose Matthew Stafford. I always liked this quarterback. I felt like, he was a great quarterback. And if you think about how long he's been in the NFL doing what he do, he's the LeBron, him, and Goff, respectively, of the NFL right now when it comes to being that leader, being at that position, and still doing what you do. I like Matthew Stafford and what he's doing for this game.
100%. So we're respecting that the Rams, if they draft Makai Lemon, would be Super Bowl favorites. Moss, you got anything else, bro?
Nah, I don't got nothing on that one. I don't got nothing else on that one right now.
Cool. Let's move on to a little bit of college football, bro. I know we still got to get through the dog days of summer in order to get that college football popping. I know spring games are on the way, and I'm excited about that, definitely. But Alabama's AD, Greg Byrne, is advocating for the elimination of conference championship games. Respect it or check it.
Man, who was in a SEC championship last year, Post?
Correct.
I said, who was in that game last year?
Who was it? Georgia and no. It was A&M, wasn't it? No, A&M they wasn't in there.
They was. I'm trying to think.
Who was it? Georgia and Mississippi, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Georgia and Mississippi.
And you said he from where? Bama, right?
Yeah.
I think there goes the question. I I'm man, it's crazy because for me, I think that when you want to go away with a game that you're really not there for, if you really think about it, since Saban hasn't been at Alabama, it hasn't been Tide. The role is not there. You know, we see the tie with the Waters and things like that. No disrespect. Ryan Williams is my guy. I hope he have a great year. That's my guy. I'm Rye, you know, but I talk about Ty Simpson as well as a running back. So when it comes to this here, wanting to go away with the championship in the SEC, I think that's a point exactly. It could be, but I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. We haven't really seen Alabama being that prestige team, being that blue blood of college football lately. So it could be something to do with that as well. I don't know.
But can you imagine college football without a conference championship game? Like,
Yeah.
are you respecting or checking the fact that they're trying to remove college football conference championship games?
I'm checking it because I don't like it. I like the conference championships. I think, and I'm gonna say here today, I know we talk about a lot, and you could rewind the tape and rewind the footage, but we could explain everything and why I comment at the times and things. And we know college football is a sport that changes. So I'm checking it because of the mere fact of the unknown as well. I like the conference championships also because I think it throw more fuel to the fire to see certain things that we can not just talk about, but really, you know, take a deep dive and look into of why we like, why we don't like, why it should be there, why it shouldn't be there. So I think it's a lot of ways to look at it as well. So I'm gonna go have to check it on this one.
Yeah, I gotta check it, man. Unless they do some massive kind of expansion where unholy amount of teams make the college football playoffs, I don't think there's a need to remove conference championship games. I love to see them. It's normally a great matchup. Like this past season, we had Ohio State and Indiana. Who didn't want to watch, regardless of what
Yeah.
team you're a fan of? Who didn't want to see that game, right? So I'm checking this because I still want to see conference championship games. I still want the regular season to matter in
Yeah,
college football. I don't want them to water down the regular season. So I'm
for sure.
checking this. And shout out to Rob in the chat. He said, I'm checking this.
In
I
the
couldn't
building,
agree
wow.
more. I couldn't agree more, my man. Any closing thoughts on that, Moss?
Yeah, and when like you said, likewise when you say that, and we appreciate as solo blue do as well tuning in this evening. It's something when you speak on the fireworks that could possibly happen because I think when you had those conference championships, you were able to really see, who's hungry. You could see which players really want to get out there and be that next man up. Who's hungry, who's coaching. So I love conference championships. I'm looking forward to see my Seminoles there this year, and I'm gonna be optimistic as I always am. So I'm gonna go with checking it as I said, man. But it's just good to think about that.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that, my man. You gotta have faith in your team for sure. Uh Staying on college football, I gotta ask you this, man, because it's something that's been bugging me lately when it comes to college sports. But we talking about college football. College football will never get rid of tampering in the transfer portal. You respecting or checking this?
Ooh, wait. Ooh, you came with the heat, post. I didn't expect this one to pop up. You saying they tampering? That mean if I'm over there, we're in the fourth quarter post. It's clutch. I see somebody out there on your squad with that Mamba mentality. Rest in peace to the Bean. I got him in the background. I hang him up. I'm never going to take it away as you've seen him in the stream and out of the stream. But rest in peace. He going to be there until he's given to one take Zay. It's yours respectably. But until things go the way they need to, checking it. I like it. I don't know. It's just
Go ahead, finish your thought.
Nah, go ahead. It's on. You can go ahead. Go ahead.
I gotta check it, man, because at some point, bruh, they they got the government getting involved with college football. Unfortunately or fortunately, however you feel about the situation, right? I'm not gonna dive into politics and all that whatnot, but they got the government getting involved with college football and the legislatures. So I can't see tampering going on for too much longer in college football. It's something that they should have been gotten checked, bruh.
Yeah.
So I'm checking this as well, man. And shout out to Rob back in the chat. My man said, check it. Tampering will eventually get dealt with. The punishment will become too great to risk tampering.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 100%. 100%.
That's the best way to say it. That's why I kind of almost was just saying stuff and I was thinking and respecting, So it's great that Unc with his great, knowledge itself, and good to see him in here this evening as well. With what his comment was, because that's just exactly it. I think it'll be at that point where it's going to cost you a lot more than anything. I want to be right there hollering at you, trying to get that player, trying to get them to come over and be a part of the squad, but it's just not going to work. It's just too much. Like you said, the politics get involved with it, and it begins to be something that we've seen a normal thing. And for us, we like, wow, we see it all the time. I've seen it watching basketball games here. I don't mention things about it. That's not my job. But at the same time, we know what it's going to cost people. And at the end of the day, just play the game, that we love, coach the game that we love. Don't disrespect the game, because I would want to be, on point with everything that's needed to where, I'm getting who I want and I'm not having to go through all that. And for somebody that want to come, guess what? Sorry, you can't join the team. You got to wait till after you got to go through once the season over and whatnot. Like, I'm sorry. That's just it.
Shout out to Dan Ander in the chat. He said, hey guys, what it do, man.
Appreciate
Make sure y'all liking. Make sure y'all liking and subscribing, man. For sure. We appreciate the support. We got to stay with college football, man, on this segment, man. Because according to FanDuel, CJ Carr and Arch Manning are the favorites to win the Heisman Award. CJ Carr and Arch Manning are the favorites to win the Heisman Award. You respecting or checking this?
Man, I'm going to respect this. And I'm not even singing what Aretha Franklin used to sing post game. You feel me? You got to respect this. You talk about two quarterbacks. CJ Carr, we know where he was ranked at coming in. We know where Manning was ranked at coming in. Respect it. And I'm talking all caps. I can't wait till the fireworks of this college football season. You talking about two elite quarterbacks. We seen what we seen. I wish I could have seen something special in the playoffs. And shout out to not to get off subject. I'm respecting this, but your boy Leonard Moore, man, I sent you an article, man. He talking, and this revenge tour is activated in South Bend, and I would love to get down and see another game this season, post game. And I'm already talking to my little bro to see if we can make it your way for sure, just to get down there and join some of the festivities this season.
Oh yeah, and your boy gonna be at Blue and Gold. So if anybody gonna be at Blue and Gold, pull up, holla at me. Let's chop it up.
Yes,
Shout
sir.
out to Jaleo Time in the chat. He said, "What up? What up? Much love, my guys. For sure,
Appreciate
man.
it.
We
Appreciate you
appreciate it."
tuning in.
Rob respecting this, man. He respecting the fact that his man Arch Manning and my guy CJ Carr are Heisman favorites right now. And with that being said, man, I gotta respect this. I think with the weapons Notre Dame has been able to surround CJ Carr with the way Arch Manning start playing better and better towards the latter part of the season, I think these two dudes are studs, man. I'm respecting the hell out of this. I like these two quarterbacks. I think either one could win the Heisman. So
Yeah,
thank you. So we gotta see how
man.
the season plays out. But going into the season, those two are definitely my Heisman favorites. Shout out to Rob back in the chat. He said the Heisman voters would like nothing more than giving the trophy to Arch. I'm
Man.
sure, man. But I think you hit it with a typo. You should have wrote I would like nothing more.
Man, hit him with it.
Anything else on those two as Heisman favorites, dog?
Bro, this is the one thing, when you talk about these two quarterbacks, man, Post, that's all I think about. Like, that's all you think about, man. But you get ready for this season because you're gonna have to buckle your seatbelt. And if you're a safety, if you're a corner, I know y'all fasten a seatbelt, but I'm telling you, these two quarterbacks that's gonna have that seatbelt unbuckled is gonna try to, stay fastened and whatnot, respectively, to you corners and DBs out there in the world. But I think these two quarterbacks that could definitely spin that thing. And shout out to Parlay Poe, man, for that word, man. When we hear that spin that thing, that's the only person I think about. So I definitely will respect this, like I said, in all caps, man. Two elite quarterbacks I can't wait to see this year.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Now, I mean, I gotta ask this now, Moss. Um, Ohio State, Notre Dame, and Texas are the three betting favorites to win a national championship this coming season. Those are the three betting favorites. You respecting this or you checking it?
I mean, I understand what I just said. I know what I just said about both of these quarterbacks. This is college football, Post. When you talking national championship, I respect these three being there in this conversation in FanDuel. But I got to check it. Who is your national championship this past year? Indiana. What were
Yep.
the odds against if we go back to FanDuel Post? And that's my pick is Texas. I mean, Notre Dame, Texas. Ohio State really wasn't my fourth. So when you include them, that's why I'm also checking this. Respect to what they have, even returning on the offensive side, coming in with this class as well. That's also another reason I respect it because I think it's another team out there outside of Ohio State that can possibly be in national contention as well.
Who's that?
So
Who's that?
if you think about a team that's came in and I believe only lost one game in that conference, same conference that we talking on, I'm gonna put the Oregon Ducks in there, Post. You know why I'm putting the Oregon Ducks in there? You don't just lose 1-2 games in 2 seasons coming into a new conference and not get no contention. And just think, no one got them on the odds as they did Indiana. So why not put Oregon in there respectably? A team that's won the Big Ten, one win away from winning the Big Ten back-to-back years after coming into that conference. From a place no one thought they could compete and respectably sending players to the NFL, not to mention a top tight end top 40 speed. I mean, I could go on and on about this Oregon team, but I got faith in what I say about some of these things. And I say this because they know I say wild things. But I'm going to put Ohio State and Oregon in that pack, but I'm going to check it just because it's college football. But I feel Notre Dame Fighting Irish can definitely win the national championship. I feel Texas can definitely win the national championship, but checking it with these other two teams just gives me that reason to check it. Respectfully, Notre Dame being a team that could totally and come back and do damage to this college football world that we haven't seen in years. They could do what Michigan did to the college basketball world.
So you checking this on the strength that Oregon isn't a top 3 favorite?
You got Ohio State in there. No disrespect to them. I just don't think they can compete for a national championship this year.
Yeah, no. You get. I'll just make sure I'm clear. I get clarity. That's
yeah.
all.
If it was Texas Notre Dame, this is respect. This is big respect, and that's why I said I respect it, and I want to totally respect it. Don't get me wrong. And see, because post game, they gonna think I'm an ND fan if I respect it too. I've been to South Bend. I can't let the people think I'm a South Bend fan. But now, I think just with having Ohio State, I don't think they could be as elite as everybody really think they can. I respect everything they have coming back, but I think defense wins championships in college football. And if you think about that Indiana team, they defense done great things. Their defense won many games in which people wonder where their offense was at. It was a defense that showed up. So you put Notre Dame's defense on the field, Texas defense on the field, and you put this Oregon defense on the field that's revamped and reloaded. A lot of people haven't locked in and looked at that's returning quite a bit. That's why I say that with the checker.
Okay, I listen. I'm cool with it. My man Rob back in the chat, he said I respect it. I like that Oregon team as well. Texas and Notre Dame may be a step up. Oregon may be a step up from Ohio State. So y'all, okay, my brothers.
I'm telling you.
Y'all telling me that Ohio State is not, y'all would have them 4th or 5th right now? Is that what y'all saying?
I'm just asking. That. Yeah, I would respect that. Like, because I know how when we go into this, I respect Oregon over Ohio State. I think Oregon really changing the dynamics in the Big Ten. If you think about the Big Ten, there's a lot more speed that's coming to the Big Ten. They physical. We know the Big Ten has physical nature, but I think the Big Ten is starting to get fast too. So you think go ahead. No, you good.
I got and Rob, please chime in on this, dog. Moss, you as well. But
yes,
what is it about Ohio State? Is it the quarter? Is it something about saying? What is it that you guys aren't sold on when it comes to Ohio State? And I wish T1 was here for this, but it is what it is. But is there anything that gives you like second thoughts about Ohio State being a national championship contender?
We say next man up at Ohio State. We say next man up anywhere. When we talk about college football, you think of next man up. And we know what Ohio State is sending to the NFL. You think of Downs. You think of McDonald, if I'm not mistaken. If it is Williams, if I'm not mistaken, then you think of what they losing on the offensive side. You can't be fully loaded offensively and not have a defense to back that up. Downs, Reese, Styles, defensively, you losing those. The offensive line, like you said, good to see you in there. It's a lot that you losing that you have to replace to be in that national contention. The transfer portal is moving. Texas just made major moves. We know what Notre Dame is revamped and reloaded what they have there. It's like no disrespect to Ohio State. A season is to be seen in college football, but we got to see what we got to see.
Rob in the chat said O-line and replacing all the defensive talent they are losing. Yeah, but it's Ohio State, right?
Respecting the people. That's what we know. They say that's what we say in sports. We know that, but I think the next man up this year at certain positions really have to step up. You seen last year. Oh, okay. Let's think about last year with Ohio State's defense, for example. We didn't see what we seen out of Arvell Reese Styles. The way he was, we who can you name right now that's going to play like one of those guys that's being arguably a number one pick in the NFL right now? 6 games into the season, who you think can play like that and can literally jump up the draft board? So that's just it. That's my only opinion.
Rob said if Sand doesn't use his legs, the blueprint is already in place to get him trouble. I don't disagree with that, man.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Sand can play, but I think we're against teams like Indiana, against teams like Miami, we kind of seen Sand struggle, man. So, Rob, that's a very great point, my man. I wish you was up here, but I know you on vacay. I know what time it is, so enjoy yourself. We can't wait to have you back, man. But I'm respecting this, man. I man, oh man, I hear y'all. I promise you, I hear y'all, man. But
I like it.
I'm respecting this. I love Notre Dame coming into the season. I love Texas coming into the season, and I like Ohio State as well. I think I'm not as down on Ohio State as y'all are. I think Ohio State can be right there. Rob said the D was talented last year and couldn't stop the run. Rob of WTP Sports News, man, let us know if you got a score prediction for Texas Ohio State game 1. Drop that,
Ooh.
drop that in the
Ooh.
chat, my man, if you will. And,
Ooh.
and we can move on to our last respect it or check it, man, of the evening. If y'all tuning in, hit that like button, subscribe to the channels. Moss,
Yes, sir.
Angel Reese was traded to the Atlanta Dream. That makes them the best WNBA team in the Eastern Conference. Respect it or check it. Now keep in
Ooh.
mind, bro, they moved to like 5th as far as odds favorite to win the championship.
Yeah, and where they was at, ending the season, and then to get Angel Reese and still have those pieces that you could possibly obtain for another year and reload, and I'm gonna respect it, man. I think when you speak on, I've been seeing stuff they been calling it like the Atlanta Barbie or something like that, but I love what you call it. Nothing better than how you address it. I love the way you do that when it refers to Reese
Oh
Angel.
yeah.
That is. Um,
Oh man, it's pretty brown rebound.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So for me, I'm respect it. I think she could definitely bring a different dynamic to this Atlanta team. I think we know what she brings, but it's a lot of eyes that has wondered what she's been doing in the offseason. I think she's been working on her game quiet as kept in the wee hours of the night with a Mamba mentality to come into the season because you really haven't been into the media in certain ways that I've seen, you know, these first, couple years. So I think that's just with a dynamic growth, focus, and then locked in for the season at hand. I'm going to respect it. And I love what I see going on with Angel Reese and the Atlanta Dream.
Man, I'm super respecting this. I love what the Atlanta Dream are doing. And somebody told me that they resigned Jordan Canada and Brittany Grinder. I don't know if that's true, but I'm gonna check that. But if they did resign those players, I'm super respecting the hell out of this. You listen, they were already good, bro. They
Yeah.
were already good. And then you add the premier rebounder in the WNBA to your team for a couple of draft picks, bro. I like this Atlanta Dream Team. I respect that Eastern Conference. You can never sleep on Stewie in New York. You can't sleep on the Fever, Caitlin Clark and those girls. But I just like this Dream Team, man, with Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard. I like this team, man. I'm gonna respect it. Any
All
closing
right.
thoughts on that?
Nah, man, just for me, when we speak on this, and again, like I said yesterday, they have a top pick. They could be building something, and there's so many great players coming out of college basketball on the women's side to where this Atlanta Dream team could really figure out what they want to do leading all the way up into draft day, which is going on here in a few days. To reiterate that, I might have said the opposite yesterday and was mentioning thinking about the NFL draft, but WNBA draft coming up here next weekend. So definitely going to tune in to that as well. But it's just going to be something to see this season with the WNBA. And, the crazy thing before Reese got traded, it wasn't a lot of contracts being dealt. Since Angel Reese got traded, you see them contracts, Supermax going off the shelf like cheese curls in a candy store with the kids just in there. They got the candy, their parents got the candy because they got to control that. But the cheese curls, they right there. The kids just grabbing them. And that's just how these contracts been for pretty much the last 24 hours. I was up late last night looking at it. So stay tuned in. We're going to be talking about that as well, man, coming up. And I'm going to definitely hit you on Unc and let you guys know what I'm doing when it comes to that. And the guys also.
So Moss, real quick, man. Respect or check this score.
Yeah. Ooh. Shit. Whew. We know you Texas, We know you Texas. We know you down there on vacation. You down there with the secret sauce. What you got down there? What you know that we don't know in Texas? Because I know you know a lot of people down there. Wherever you know your people in Texas, but I know you know a lot of people there. But definitely shout out to you on your vacation, man. Wherever you at, man. Continue to enjoy yourself, man. We appreciate you tuning in as well. But 27-10 is tough. For me, I know that defense for Texas is tough. And is this game in Texas?
Yep.
Post. I'm going to tell you this, Post. If they got the secret sauce in Texas, and I think the sauce is getting after sand, and I think that portal, when it was kind to Texas this offseason, they got a linebacker by the name of Biles. And I know the pressure that he could put on you could get that ball going the other way, as we see him get a couple pick sixes. So they got some hounds on that defense, but 27-10, I'm going to check it. Respecting the Buckeyes. I don't want to put the Buckeyes in a blender. Nobody feel like I got something against them. I'm going to check it. But I'm respecting that this is going to be a great game. 27-10 is tough, but if Texas scored 2 touchdowns in the first half and Ohio State get 1 touchdown and Texas is receiving the ball, make sure you clip this, Unc. I repeat, if Texas got 14, Ohio State got 7, and Texas gets the ball at halftime, at that point, I'm going to respect it.
Okay. Man, I mean, hey, it's too early for me personally to give a score prediction, but I think Rob is on to something. Do any NBA players or former players have any ownership in WNBA teams? Magic Johnson and Dwayne Wade. And Rob also said OSU will have trouble running the football. Okay. My man got a lot of faith in his team. I respect it.
I've been tuning into a lot, and I think those are great. It's some things to be talked about when it comes to that, because that'll come at a separate time. But just on that, when he says about the running game, is something that needs to be seen for a full season, because we know they do it by committee. You know, when you go to Texas, you got to have, 2-3 backs for sure. That's a big game. You think Texas is not sitting down right now in post? Get ready for that game. You got guys working out in the weight room right now. They looking at footage from last year's game, even though they don't want to. They looking at ways to be different when it comes to this game. This game is bigger than Texas. No disrespect to Texas, but Texas fans know what I mean, because that game is that big. And I say bigger than Texas is just that big of a game. Nothing is bigger than Texas, but it's this game, so it's something to think about, something to look at. And like you said, he might be on to something, because that's a question mark coming into the season. I know I've heard a lot of people talk about is that running back room and what it could look like through a season.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Any final thoughts you got before we get out of here, my man?
I got something coming for the guys, man. I want to make sure everybody tap into me, man. Shout out to the Level Up Sports 10 merch that's coming in. Shout out to Shanice Lacey for getting the product to me, for getting me right. She's going to actually be the person that does all the merch for Level Up Sports 10. I'm going to definitely get some for the team, get some things going, socks, hat, you name it. So, man, make sure y'all stay tuned in with us. We're going to definitely have some things kicking off and going. And I can't wait to hit you on the text post, because I got something and I think you're going to love it. And I was going to say like it, but I think you're going to love it. You know what I mean? Because it's something that I've been thinking about for about, I think, a couple weeks now. And I really thought about it. I could barely sleep last night, for real. And I woke up this morning still on my mind. So I'm going to definitely tap into you with that. I can't wait till we get it going and chop it up about it. So just look into that. Some great conversations coming. I got one of the slam ball champions that I'll be interviewing and bring it to the stream. Give Moss B some time. Level Up Sports 10 is just a work in progress, but he always working around the clock. I got a couple coaches from City League coming, through a seasons that they've had. I got my personal story. I'm going to break the news to you. Coming to you straight from Postgame Sports. I can't wait to get my first interview set up for him. We got that coming to you live here on WTP Sports News. We're going to be bringing you some live action with that, as well. The story of Mossberg, Level Up Sports 10, where it all started. The reason I do what I do. Man, I got a little emotional saying that post, my bad. But yeah, man, it's so much more, man, that I got in store for y'all, that we all got in store for you as well, coming up throughout this time off of this basketball season, as we prepare for more in the sports world as well.
No doubt, man. Great show. I appreciate you rocking with me. I thank all y'all for rocking with me and continuing to rock with me. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. We working hard, and it's all for y'all. Great sports talk as always. We shut them haters up like a dog muzzle. I'll be the ace when the cars shuffle, and we out.
In the building, and we out.
Hey. Low post, mid post, high post, post game sports.